सजना मैंने तुझसे प्यार किया मैंने तुझसे प्यार किया तू ही है अब ख्वाबों में मेरे तू ही है अब ख्वाबों में मेरे चाहूं तुझको साँझ सवेरे छोड़ ना देना मुझको सनम छोड़ ना देना मुझको सनम साथ निभाना अपना सजना सजना मैंने तुझसे प्यार किया मैंने तुझसे प्यार किया जीवन भर ये प्यार हमारा जीवन भर ये प्यार हमारा बन के रहेगा अपना सहारा टूट ना पाए अब ये कसम टूट ना पाए अब ये कसम प्यार ना बदले अपना सजना सजना मैंने तुझसे प्यार किया मैंने तुझसे प्यार किया तेरा प्यार है दुनिया में तेरा प्यार है दुनिया में तू ना मिला तो मर जाऊंगी साथ रहे हम जन्म जन्म साथ रहे हम जन्म जन्म साथ ना छूटे अपना सजना सजना मैंने तुझसे प्यार किया 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 मैंने तुझसे प्यार किया
A very pleasant good evening and welcome to the Ken Rampersaud Show right here on Island Zone Radio. I feel like I won a lotto of $1 million because guess what? I'm sitting down next to two beautiful, beautiful women. We have here Selena Ram, the Lotus Beauty Queen, and Miss Sindhu Harprasad. Welcome to my studio. Welcome.
Thank you
How are
so
you
much.
ladies doing?
We're doing great.
You good?
Yes.
So let's start with Selena. What are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling a lot of excitement.
Right?
Yes, very much a lot of excitement. And most of all, I'm feeling really hopeful for the future ahead and what the Lotus Beauty brands, not even just myself as being the queen, but all of these other wonderful contestants and delegates who, just want to showcase their message, show what they have to do. This year is going to be exciting.
Right. And to Sindhu, what are you feeling? You compose, you
Thank
sit like a lady there
you.
too. So how are you and how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very excited and, as Selena said, very hopeful. This brand has given us an opportunity to, give out messages to our community, and we're very grateful to have it.
And as we're talking, um, can you briefly tell me a little bit about your growing up?
Yes, sure. So I came into this country. I was born in Guyana, actually. So I came into this country very young, um, from immigrant parents. And when I started here, I started with the Nirvana Humanitarian Foundation.
Really?
Yeah, so they also have a brand in Guyana as well. And growing up with them, that's where I found my religion, I found my culture, and that's where I started in our journey in this community.
And Selena, tell us a little bit about your bringing up because I heard and yours should be interesting too because I know that your I think your dad is from India and your mom is from Guyana, so you get to bite the cane on both sides.
Yeah.
What was that like? What's that like?
Well, yes, I was born here in New York, but my mom is from Guyana and my dad is from India. And, growing up as a kid, I didn't think there was anything different about it until I was more integrated into the community through my music, through the religion side of it. And then when I used to tell my friends, like, yeah, my dad is from India, and they'd be like, whoa, that's so cool, that's amazing. Have you ever been to India before? All these different questions used to ask me. But to me, my brothers growing up, like, it was just something I guess we didn't think anything of before, because it was just so normalized to, I guess, indulge in both cultures.
So, did you in your mind now think that, listen, I am better off than my friends because I
Oh,
get to learn the culture from India and Guyana?
not necessarily that I'm better off. I'm just very grateful that I at least have the opportunity to learn a little easier, I guess, than many of my friends who are from this Indo-Caribbean community. I just feel that, because I was just so used to having my dad's family around with me and they're speaking the language all the time. So it was just a little easier for me to be integrated in their culture as well.
So, you know English, Hindi?
Not fluently. I'm
Okay.
learning how to read and write it fluently right now, but hopefully soon.
And have you ever went to India?
Yes, I did. I
Oh,
have
really?
been to India a couple
Oh,
of
that's
times.
nice.
Yeah. So it is really nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's a beautiful country. It's amazing. My dad actually, he is from the village side in Punjab. So he has his house there, his family all lives there and everything. So when we do go back, it's not like how we think India is with all these beautiful temples. Yes, there is beautiful temples and everything around there too, but it's more of the rural area where
Right,
he's
right,
living
right.
in.
And I got to tell you, on that pageant night, right? I picked three of you ladies, and both of you were in the tree. So
Whoa.
I'm like, yes, I got this. I could be a judge too.
Yeah.
Because and there was one other contestant that didn't made it. But like I said before, that all of you who took part in this pageant, I have to give you all credit because you know what? All of you are beautiful, and all of you represent the best of our Caribbean, wherever in Trinidad or Suriname, and all of you are very bright and brilliant. Let's talk a little bit about education. I am big on education, and how was your schooling?
Okay, so my schooling. So I did finish high school, went into college, finished college, and I'm now trying to earn my pharmacy degree to
Right,
become a pharmacist. I do work in a pharmaceutical company at the
right.
moment, so trying to get my pharmaceutical degree.
Beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful. And I wish you all the best on
Thank
that. And
you.
Selena, what about your schooling?
So for school, I actually started my, I guess, art career at a performing arts high school in Astoria. It was Frank Sinatra School of the Arts.
Wow,
Yeah, it was
that's a big
actually
name, right?
not even just being a big name. I was just surrounded by a lot of the arts, performing arts, with art, music, and dance, and all of these things. So it's always an integral part of my life. And then later on, I just recently graduated with my bachelor's in psychology.
Beautiful.
So I'm hoping now to combine the two worlds and study in music therapy. So I'm hoping to go back to school for music therapy now.
So you're a smart young lady because you are into both worlds. You dad from India, mom from Guyana, and you want to do this both, psychology. But that's a great field that you're going to go in there, and you'll be able to make a difference in our community
Yeah.
and with young people. And I have to ask, let me ask Sindhu too, how did you really get into this pageant?
It's
And
so
you answer the
funny.
same question.
It's so funny because we saw the flyers out, for the pageant, looking for delegates to be in the pageant, and Lakshmi reached out to me. She's like, we have this pageant. Would you like to be in it? And at first I was hesitant because I already thought that I was a little too old already to be in it. But she encouraged me. And she's like, just try it. It's a new venture. I actually knew Miss Auntie Lakshmi for before the pageant. Growing up with her as a little girl in front of her. She's always been nothing but the best. Always the most gave me the most encouragement. I've done many performances with her. I've done acting performances with her, dancing and singing. So I grew up in front of her. So she encouraged me to do this venture, and I'm so glad that
Yes.
I went through with it. Yeah.
Right. And I gotta tell you, you rocked that stage
Thank
with that dance. You
you.
rocked that stage. I love that performance. I'm like, wait.
Thank you.
I have an event. Can I get her to dance? I will pay her a little bit. I'm not rich, but listen, but you rocked that
Thank
stage. I gotta tell
you.
you. And both of you, like I say that passionately. I'm always getting excited. Selena, and trust me, I did not get any questions together. I'm going to ask. I said, I'm going this raw tonight. We're going to dig into this. Selena, when you open your mouth and you start to sing, I was like, who is this? Is this one of the stars from India? This girl rocking the stage.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
You wow everybody. You're very talented. How
Thank
you
you.
find out that that you could do all this singing? God, I have to come to your man to hear you sing and tell him to give you the mic for 1 hour.
Do you know what's one thing I learned that I really liked about her performance? So with our team, we have this team theme
Yeah.
song. It's Pari Karo, the chutney song that she performed. And I remember her on stage when she was like, this is one for my team, my little girls. We already knew what she was gonna sing. It was the best performance.
It was
Yeah.
so nice also seeing the videos of
Yeah.
you guys dancing on stage. Oh
Oh,
my
you're
gosh.
dancing like
Yeah, to
that.
the song.
Oh wow. So how you develop into this beautiful singer? And do you plan to go sing professionally on the stage?
So actually, I started singing through my mom. And I guess my family, my grandmother, my aunt, they were all they all used to sing at Mandir back in Guyana. And they just liked it. So my aunt started going by Sangeet Anjali Music School, one on 133rd and 109, by Pandit Ajay Jha. So my aunt started going there, my cousin started going there. Then my mom heard of it, and she's like, this sounds pretty cool. She's gonna put me and my brothers in it because she's like, you guys not doing anything, just go ahead, just try it. And at that time, I was 14. I had just started high school. So when she put me in, the music classes and everything, I was playing harmonium. I was like, Mom, I kind of like this.
All right, I like it.
This is pretty fun. It was something completely new to me. I didn't even realize, like when I was younger, especially, I didn't even realize people can just pick up the mic and Mandir and sing like that. I just thought designated people were supposed to do it. I didn't realize like anybody who learned music or anybody could just go and do it. Until my mom pushed us into doing it, and then I enjoyed it so much that I just continued. And I remember actually how I started singing in Mandir. So unfortunately, that about maybe 3 months after I started class, I started singing on a harmonium. My grandmother had an accident, and it was in Guyana, and she had fell and broke her leg, unfortunately. So my mom, we in America, we were here, and my mom was like, let's go to Mandir. We're gonna go and give some offerings to, the temple and everything. So we go, and at that time, my cousins used to go all the time. So we went with them one night, and I remember the pundit there was like, "Does anybody sing in the audience?" And my mom was like, "Yeah, she knows one song. She knows one song. Let her go sing." So I went and I sang that one song, and I've been doing it ever since. I
You
never
know.
left. They just asked me to come back the next week and the next week and the next week, and then I started meeting people, and then going here, going there, and then
I am very, I'm blessed. I don't use the word luck no more. I'm blessed because guess what? I'm next to a beautiful singer and a dancer. Probably we can have a party here today. But I always like to put people on the spot. Would you probably later on, if you would bust a tune for us,
Oh my
you,
goodness!
if you could bust a tune for us later on,
yeah, maybe a little
a
later.
little thing, but don't sing the hot number tunes because me, I like the type of dance. So you're gonna be the dance today. So um, now onto more serious questions. What are some of the challenges um, you know, both of you encountered during this pageant? Because I could tell you, getting up every day and put on your makeup
Yeah.
and make yourself so like this. I'm going to go today. I'm going to do this. How challenging was it?
Oh, it was definitely very challenging.
It was.
For some of us, well, it's me, myself included, and some of the other girls, this was very new. We have never been in a pageant before, so we really had to start from day one. We had to learn how to walk. We had to learn how to talk. We had to learn how to dress properly,
Yes.
everything from day one. And it was only in about, I guess, 3 months, And it was very challenging. But you know what made it so beautiful at the end of the day was that we were in it together. Like
Right.
having people, like Sindhu and I will talk about this later too. That this all of the delegates and the contestants, it didn't even feel like a competition.
No, it did not.
We
It
were we truly developed a sisterhood where we helped and supported
Beautiful.
one another so much. And I'm like really glad that I get to sit here and talk about these experiences with
Right,
Sindhu
right.
because throughout the entire experience, she was a big sister to all of us.
Oh,
did.
that's nice.
She taught us so much about because she had a little background in doing things like this, so she kind of understood and had a more of of understanding of how to move when it comes to pageantry or just acting or any of this performance in general.
Right.
So she helped us tremendously, including myself. She helped me so much, and I wouldn't be sitting here. I always tell her I wouldn't be sitting here right now with this crown if it
It's so
wasn't for
funny
her.
that she says that because one moment that like we share together, like a very private, intimate moment, is the minute that she got crowned, and I tell this to everybody, it was my winning moment. Like the minute that she got crowned, she turned as soon as all the pictures were finished, she turned right to me and she was like, Cindy, I couldn't have this crown without you.
Wow.
She did, and it was such a that was my awarding moment. If I hadn't won any crown that night, that was my winning moment. It was such a proud feeling, that even if I didn't win anything that night, that was my moment with her. That was the special moment.
And I have to be honest, I am very observant. And when I was there, you see, I was snapping every minute I could get with you ladies. But that's one of the things that I admire about all of you is that your sisterhood, you build a relationship with each other. And I can tell you that that's a great thing. And I hope that moving forward, that you all will continue to have that sisterhood. Because in a world that's, I always say this, in a world that's full of trickery, we want people, young girls, young boys, to make a difference in this world that we live in. And that leads to my next question. Do any one of you, this thing feel nice that, what? I got first, I got second runner up. Did any one of you say, what? I am going for this though. I'm going to go for Miss Guyana or Miss USA.
What's funny?
Talk to me.
What's funny is that we were very fortunate enough to work with Hashim and Miss Mao, and they do many grand and big pageants, internationally all over the world. And she did ask me, like if you would want to come along, and I don't know what my pageant profile looks like after this, but I definitely would still want to help the community and give back in every way that I can. When you get this crown and you hold this sash, you uplift this brand, you uplift this title. So you have to continue forward and doing what you can do for others.
When I look at your dance,
Mm.
I knew you were giving it your all. Am I right or wrong? You were rocking the stage, and you knew that you were gonna tear this up. What you saying?
Yeah.
And she did. And she definitely
I was like, I got the video,
I
and I'm
know.
like, she is gonna rock. Look at this girl tearing up that stage.
As soon as you see her in the blue outfit, you're like, I was thinking, as soon as I saw you in that, I was like, oh shoot, this is about to be the best performance of the night.
She rocked that
It was
stage.
really good.
And you know, and when you sat and you start to put yourself sit on the seat with the harmonium, you could tell. I could see the grace.
It was over. It was over. It was
And then
over.
start sing, she had them, but I was about to die. I mean, I was shaking a
Yes.
little bit, but great. And I'm so glad that you ladies, I hope that you will go on and make great representation of our community and get yourself involved. And I'm always here for you ladies that you want to talk about important things, how we could make a difference in our community. You guys are ready. You see, you know how quiet it is now. In terms of, and any one of you can go first. Um, what's some of the things that you are passionate about that you want to make a difference in this community? That COVID was just left us, and you know that your friends, some things bother them, and they would talk to you, ladies. So, what are some of the things you are passionate about?
So, some of the things that actually I'm passionate about making a difference in this community would be about mental health.
Right.
I believe sometimes we can overlook as a community how important our mental health is. You know, it really affects everything about us. It affects our daily living, it affects our goals, how we achieve those goals. So, my platform was cultural awareness, or is cultural awareness. And I really want to move forward this next year, really advocating for the importance of mental health through our culture, especially for the youth. You know, I feel like nowadays,
Absolutely.
nowadays a lot of youth are struggling with depression,
Right.
anxiety, ADHD, all of these mental disorders and illnesses that sometimes maybe they can't talk to their parents about because they feel like their parents are overlooking it or, just pushing them away about it. So, that's an issue that I really would like to kind of just get talking about, even if we just get talking about it the next year and trying to just bring more awareness towards the next year would be great, you know?
Yes, yes. And
For myself, so my platform in the pageant was youth development, and how important it is to raise our children in our community to to still express themselves in our culture. I felt like our culture is being diminished as it is. I feel like as youths in our community, they get very Americanized sometimes
right, right, right.
and lose our culture. And I feel like we need to educate our youth on what our culture is about and how we can still bring our culture for upcoming years, and still have it there because once it's gone, it's very hard to come back.
Well, both of you are good representation that our community will have good representative in terms of our culture, you know. And that goes to in this time, what you both of you do to help with your mental health. Because, a lot of things goes on with, at this age, a lot of emotions and so on. What do you do for your mental health to help keep you stable?
So if you know anything about me, I'm not a very big American music type of person. I don't know, I'm not really Americanized with the American music. I love our own music. So listening to like very like our Indian music, whether if it's old, whether if it's new, have a very quiet space and just put on the songs that I like to listen to and just that's my time, that's what I like to do.
Do you ever, I'm going to come to you in a minute, do you ever just jump off the bed and start
Then
dancing to that sort of thing?
it's funny.
She definitely does. She has to. Even in rehearsals, she'll start bursting out in song and dancing at the same time. She has a beautiful voice, by the way. She's a great singer too. Yeah, she can sing really well.
Well, guess what? She could try it today.
So we were joking with her one day that maybe her talent, she should just dance and sing at the same time, because she's so good. So she's really good at that. So I'm sure she does.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Both of you laughing at me, but that's good. I'm glad that you're having fun on the show. That's what I wanted tonight. That we all could have a good conversation that would help our community, that would help young people. So going back to you, my question: what do you do? Do you sit in the room and start singing hard, hard, or
Singing.
when you're showering, you like singing hard, hard? What do you do?
Well, I do sing. When you're a musician, you're a singer, and even a dancer, you just do it all the time,
Mhm.
24/7. It's on your mind 24/7. Sometimes I didn't know I used to do this, but sometimes I used to be in the train next to my friend, and I'll start to hum. And then one day she turns to me, she's like, you're humming out loud, right?
Oh wow!
And I was like, I didn't realize I was doing that out loud. But it's because the art form is so integrated with our lifestyle. It just becomes a part of you.
Yeah.
You can't not do it. So, but one thing that I do actively and try to take care of my mental health is I meditate a lot. Especially during this pageant journey, I found myself meditating almost maybe once a day or two times a day, just so I can get my emotional state in check, just so I can kind of you know, have a time for myself where I can sit in quietness. Because with everything going on in the day, and then you have not only pageant practice, we are also girls that come from school, we
Right.
work, and then we have to practice our art form, and all of these other, and then responsibilities at
Right.
home, things like that. All of these other mentally draining things that sometimes encompasses us throughout the day. I found myself meditating every night,
Oh wow!
trying to just
Get
get
it
my
together.
yeah get
Get
it
it
together,
together.
exactly, getting my mind there, getting my emotional state there. I do also practice yoga. So for the past couple of months I've been practicing yoga almost every morning, trying to just be in the moment and just honor what I'm feeling and honor what I'm thinking. So even if it's something negative or positive, at least I'm aware of it.
Um, I know. I think I saw your mom and your grandmother. I want to know. Let's relive Saturday night.
Yeah.
Let's relive when they call Miss Second Runner
Oh
Up.
my gosh.
What went through your head that night?
That's so funny because we were speaking about that the other night. I feel like in that moment, I didn't realize. I
Yeah.
didn't know what was going on. Like
Really?
I didn't. Like it was such a blank and such a blur. Like they called delegate number 6. I had to look down for a quick second at
Oh
my
my
sash.
God.
Like where's the quick second? I'm like, oh wait, I'm delegate number 6. I walk up now and okay, what next? I bow down, get the crown, and then I step to the side. And in my head, I'm just like, what? It didn't hit me until after we had to look at
Yeah.
ourselves with the crown on our head. And I'm like, okay, wait, I just got,
Take a deep breath.
yeah, I just got crowned. Let me just live this moment for a second. Like it happened so fast, I didn't even get to like process it in my head.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So when did you sleep that night?
I
We
definitely did
yeah,
not.
no,
Yeah.
I remember as soon as I went home and my mom had flew in from Florida to watch me on stage that night, and I remember setting my crown on the nightstand, and I was just looking at it like, okay, got this sash, and I got this crown, and it was such a surreal moment. Like I
Yeah.
had to live in it for a second, and like,
Right, right.
yeah, and think about like what I did on stage to gain this crown and gain this sash. I had to relive it in my head for a little bit.
Well, I will confirm, like I said
Mhm.
before it was announced about an hour before, I put up your picture, her picture, and another female picture, one of the young girl picture. And ta-da, it
I
was a total like.
know.
So let me tell you, when I don't know if you heard me, but then when they were talking, and I'm just saying this, in a good way. When I look at your attitude and I see how gracious you
Yeah.
are, and Lord, you work in the stage, and when you open your mouth and when you smile, that
Admirable.
smile radiate the whole room. And when they said Miss Congeniality, I said, what delegate number?
That was
It was
fine.
five. I said delegate number 5. But when you didn't get that, when they didn't give it to you, I'm like, oh my God. But that was my judgment part. But then I said, one day they're gonna throw a curveball at me here now. So what? Well, I was so happy to. I mean, I love all of you ladies. I we all do have favorites sometimes, and but your standout, your talent and your beauty, your smile and smile more too. I always encourage people to smile because when you smile, you open up a big window there for people. So go ahead and smile. But when they said your name as the winner, what went through your mind? Did you cry? Did you laugh? What
I
happened?
remember her eyes like, what this mean?
Yeah, I was shocked. Honestly, I was really shocked. I didn't expect that at all. No, not at all. Because, like you said, all the girls up there are deserving of it. We all brought something unique, and it was just so difficult for the judges to, how could they, distinguish between that? But like Sindhu said, when you're on the stage, it's completely different. Your mind just goes blank. So same thing. When they called my name, it was like I was in a dream. I didn't even realize that it was me. And then even all I remember is just walking on stage, and I see all my family in the back jumping. my family in the back jumping up and shaking their signs, and I remember seeing my grandmother in the crowd with her big smile, and like it was really sweet, really really sweet.
So, what did your family? What did your family said after in that moment? If you can remember, what mommy and grandma said to you?
They were okay. So I remember they were telling me that they didn't see me get called for anything, and they were like, "Oh my God!" They thought I wasn't gonna win. So my grandmother said she felt her heart break when she see me not getting anything. So she just put her head down and she was like, "Okay, it is what it is." So, but when they called my name,
Right.
she jumped up. She was like, my mom said she never seen anybody jump up so
Oh
quick.
God. I like
And,
that. I like that.
they were really happy for me though. They know how hard I worked through these past couple of months to be here, and they were just so ecstatic for the entire thing.
So, what what's the best advice you get from grandma and your mom?
So from my grandmother and my mom, I would say they give me advice every day. Every time I call her, she's
Behave yourself, yeah. I'm
yeah,
gonna tell
exactly.
you. Girl, don't go-
Don't go out late.
No, God.
That's the biggest one. No, but in all seriousness, my mom, she and my grandmother, they always give me the advice of to believe in who I am. That's why on the stage when they did ask me that question, I was able to just say it because that is what I live by. My mom is always a big advocate of everything will come when it's your time.
Mhm.
So even when I did fail in the past and things weren't going my way, she was like, "Don't lose courage. You know who you are. You know what you do to get where you are. Just believe in yourself and keep moving forward." So those advice really, really did help me through this journey, and it will always stick with me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and Sindhu, what the best advice you get? Are you big now? You can't get
No.
advice.
um, the best advice that I've gotten throughout this and still continue to get is don't let anybody's negative bring down your happiness. Throughout this whole journey, it was such a happy moment. Every single moment that was endured. And when you're living in the moment, you don't realize how happy you are until it's over.
Right.
So when the pageant was over and I was reliving the whole journey, I was looking back at all the photos in my gallery and in my phone, and I'm just like, wow, like we were so happy and we were so living in the moment, and nobody can take that away from you.
Yeah.
You have to you can't let people take away your negativity. And that's one thing I would give out and also receive every day from the best managers we could have worked with, from the best
Definitely.
directors we could have worked with, from all of the great sisterhood we brought. I think one of the things that I would give out and also accept continuously is do not let people bring down your negativity, your happiness.
That's why we sit here because that's very good what you're saying. Do you guys want us to play music to you get catch your breath, or you want
No, this is
us to
fun.
play?
Yeah,
You like
I'm
that?
having fun too. Yeah.
All right, I like that. Let's rock. Let's rock. So, what advice would you give for the next Lotus that's coming up?
Hmm.
what's your advice for these young girls? On a serious note.
Go
Well,
ahead
look,
first.
you ready to take this away, but go ahead.
You could go. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. So I think
Go ahead. Go ahead.
the first thing I would tell the next Lotus girls is do not just believe in what you want to do. You know, if this is what you want to do, be confident and be strong and be resilient that you can do it. And you have to prepare yourself to know that there will only be one crowned winner.
All right.
But every girl is a winner. You go through the journey learning that every girl is a winner. You have to, and one thing that I would say too is build that sisterhood. Even though the pageant's over, me and the girls, we still talk every single day, whether if it's a couple of minutes during out the day or being, okay, are you guys okay? Like, I think one of the best advice I would give is do what you want to do if it makes you happy. That's what I would say.
And advice that I would give is also similar to what Sindhu is saying, but also be who you are. You know, don't try to be something that you think is going to win,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you yourself
Yeah.
is the winner. You know, just by being in this pageant, you're the winner. And it's also not all about just winning. It's what you do with the opportunities that you're given. So being in the pageant was an opportunity that all the sisters saw, all of the contestants saw, and we are taking it and running with it, you know, by using our social media, using our platforms to speak on topics that we think are important. And not even just that, to promote ourselves to represent the community in a bigger way. So for the next generation of Lotus Beauties, you know, be who you are and take the opportunity and
And
run
run
with
with
it.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you're going to be given so many opportunities to meet people, to be at different places, to show people who you are, and just do it, you know? So there's a lot they will learn, definitely, but it'll be an experience to remember forever.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, and I have to tell you, despite I was so close to the stage, sitting here now next to you all, to you ladies, you all more beautiful.
Thank
Thank
More
you.
beautiful. So,
Oh.
um, and that's it. And talking about beauty, what you ladies look at in terms of beauty, is it just a facial thing, or is it a whole package?
So
Like,
what?
wait, like, want to say, sorry, I shouldn't cut you off,
Go
but
ahead.
what I want to say, when I want to look at beauty, both of you is a great
Oh,
representative
that's so sweet.
in beautiful, personality, graceful, all the nice words you represent. So go ahead.
I think what beauty counts for, and I said this in my introduction while on stage that night, is that a good heart keeps you beautiful,
Right.
right? What you do
I
with
got chills. That was so good. Yeah.
that your heart is what keeps you beautiful. You can have the best looking face, the best body, the best, the way you carry yourself,
Oh,
but what you give out to people, how you treat people is what really shows your beauty, I could have the best eyes, the best face, I could have won the best beautiful, but if I was really mean to people, that would disregard everything that comes from the outside.
right, right.
So I think that's what beauty is about, is how you treat people, what your heart holds, what is inside of you, not what's on the outside.
Oh, you. That's a good question. You sound like
Yeah.
you sound like Miss America, then. So we should send you to go do Miss America.
Yes.
Right? So, yes, and your take. When you look at beauty, what you looking for?
Yeah, similarly to what Sindhu was saying, beauty is not just what's on the outside. Because you just brought up Miss America. So when you look at all of those girls, they're gorgeous. How can you distinguish which is, every single one of them are beautiful on the outside. So really, it's what's on the inside that matters. How you showcase yourself in personality, how you treat people, like Cindy was
Yeah.
saying, what is in your heart. That, it shows you how beautiful you are, not just what's, on the outside.
Um, I know that both of you are religious girls. How has for those people like me who don't go to church, right? How has religion really mold you to be the great human being that both of you are? And do you go to church every Sunday or you
Go
skip
ahead,
church?
go ahead, Selena, you first.
So, well, yes, I do go to temple every, not every Sunday, but I do go once a week at least. And that's just something that my family has instilled with me, that, we kind of viewed temple and religion as our hope. So that's what I think really religion really is about. It's about having hope in something greater than ourselves. So when things are getting difficult, when life is getting difficult, you have something to have faith in at least.
Absolutely.
And yeah,
Beautiful. You see, I like that. I like that. That's so true.
yeah.
To have the belief in something. You see, this is why you are sitting next to me here. But no, go ahead. I'm sorry to
That's
interrupt you.
okay. That's
Sorry, but
okay. No, that's just what I wanted to say. So, growing up, I did go to temple because of my family, but then, as I kept going, I started to find my own meaning of what, religion meant to me and what my culture meant to me. And now it's just been such an integral part of myself that it's not just about praying and fasting and doing all these things or following the rituals. It's about how do I also honor what I believe in, which I do believe in.
we all in life, we all fall.
Yeah.
We all fail. I fail so much times. You ladies probably successful more than I am. How do either of you deal with failures?
I don't think it's a failure. You go through things in life and it doesn't go your way most of the time. Sometimes it doesn't go your way and you have to learn how to accept that and move forward and take whatever good things out of that lesson and try to implement them to make yourself better. Nothing is a failure. If you look at things as a failure, you will drown yourself in that. And you have to be able to accept that some things are not going to go as planned and try to build yourself up so you feel like you're a winner. Like so you're not nothing is a failure. I don't think anything is a failure.
What's your take?
Yeah, exactly. Similarly, again, I completely agree with what Sindhu is saying. Nothing is a failure. It's just how you look at it. From those failures is where you learn and grow. I always like to say that you will never understand how bright light is if there's not darkness.
All right. I
You
love
know?
that. You see, I like that. Go ahead.
If there's no darkness, then you would never understand how important it is to have light. So, similarly, if you don't fail, you would never understand how to get back up and how to rise back up from all of that. Because it's through the failures where you learn and try again to succeed. So nothing really is a failure, if you learn and grow from it.
I really, it's out. I should have said, or we should say, we want to say thanks to Greg for accompanying you ladies
Yeah.
right next to us here. And he only you can see him, but probably we bring him in later on. And as he is here, he said that the two of you is his daughter. Um, what lesson you have learned from Greg?
Oh my God, you guys
Just
are
to
gonna make me
make it
cry here now.
Don't make it fun, let me give it to you. Because I just met him, and we get to see him, and he seemed like a nice guy. What's your take on the whole thing?
Like I said, you guys are gonna make me cry.
I got tissue. I got tissue.
Greg, from since the pageant started, throughout this whole journey, um, he has been nothing but heart of gold. He has he has fixed every problem. He has solved every issue. What's funny is that when this first started, he was the only male in our group of team at the time, and we had two female pageant moms, directors. And what's funny is that we were so much more easier going to him to solve
Oh,
an
really?
issue,
Yeah.
solve a problem for us than it was with the other two directors that we had. He was so comforting, and throughout this whole thing, he's never always been an encouragement, always been so confident in us. Whether if we had the most horrible day, he'd be like, "You guys are doing so great, and I'm so proud of you." And I
Wow.
feel like we needed that. We needed that at some times at rehearsals or going through this whole journey. Is that we needed that one person to tell us, you know what? If nobody's proud of you, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And I think one of my thank yous would have to be to him because he honestly, without the all my crying and breakdowns and meltdowns that I've had throughout this whole thing, I would not be where I am without him. So he deserves the biggest thank
Definitely.
you. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your take?
Definitely. Greg, no one knows this, but there was a time in the pageant where I was not happy with a lot. And usually, so my personality is, I'm very calm and I'm very accepting to a
We're
lot
very
of
opposite. We're very
So
opposite.
usually, if they tell me something, all right, they wanted me to learn to do a whole dance routine, right? And I've never danced in my life before. That was my first time ever dancing on stage, ever learning how to dance. So, but I was accepting to it. I was like, okay, you want me to learn how to dance? Okay, fine. You want to do this? Okay, okay. But there was something I was not happy about, and I really was so like just not happy about what was going on that time. And I went to Greg and I started telling Greg like, they're telling me to do this, and this, and I don't like that. And Greg was like, okay. And he sat there and he listened to everything I had to say, and he made me feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, it's so comfortable, and he fixed the situation, and it was just that's who Greg is. He has compassion for everyone there. He
Yeah.
wants everybody there to be comfortable, and like Cindy was saying, every day he came in, he's like, even if we did
Horribly.
horrible, he would be
I'm
like,
so proud of
he
you.
would come and say, I'm so proud of all you ladies. You guys are doing amazing. And he really, really encouraged us to do our best and be our best. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing
So
individual.
Greg is our man of the year.
Yes, for sure.
Um, we saw you, both of you, on stage. But tell us one thing that we don't know about both of you.
Oh wow.
That you like plenty curry, or you like curry this or curry that. What you like?
One thing that you don't know
We
about
don't.
me.
Yes.
Let me think.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Um,
Or let me put it this way then. What have you learned throughout this whole pageant thing, from the get go to the night?
so I think being one of the oldest girls in the group,
Right.
I've learned that people will leave your life very quickly,
They will
and
leave your life.
very quickly.
Such a story.
Yes.
Guyana time.
Yeah, that as one of the oldest girls, I've learned that people will leave your life very quickly, and whether if it's something from very small or something a bigger issue at hand. But I think people are very quick to cut you off out of your life. And one thing that this journey has taught me, and very grateful for, is the people that I've met so far are very true to themselves. And it's a very fulfilling feeling to know that these are the people that I want to have in my circle of life to continue forward. That's one thing that I would value, and I learned from this whole thing is that throughout life, people are going to go. A year from now, I might not know somebody that I'm talking to right now, or a friend that I have right now, and a year later, they won't be here. So one thing that I would say, that one thing that I learned is to be very grateful for the circle of people that you have in your life because they're important.
Yeah. One thing that I learned through this experience actually is that changes happen, and you just have to deal with
Smart too.
them.
You're smart too. I like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, so similarly, again, to what Cindy was saying, people leave, changes happen. On the day of the show, actually, I feel like the whole thing went to a 180, and we just had to accept it and go
Move
on,
forward, yeah.
move forward, go on stage and do what we got to do. So one thing this experience did show me is how to adapt to those changes. Because in life, nothing. Sometimes you'll plan for everything down to the T, and then life just happens and it changes. You just have to adapt, and that's how you adapt is what tells how it just shows how you will be successful. So through this, all of the girls, all of the managers, everyone really did learn how to adapt to changes and how to just accept them and move forward.
Right. And in terms of negative criticism, how in life, let me put things up nicely too. Let me set up this. I watch Greg. I laugh. So in life, as we go on, and I've learned it sometime the hard way, that we'll meet people. Some of them our friends. Some people don't know us. They don't take the time to get to know us, and they criticize us.
Yeah.
How both of you deal with criticism? Let's say negative criticism.
It's crazy because on the day of the show, a lot of that was going on, and I think everybody, all the girls, we kind of did break down a little bit because of it. But I think we all held our hands. You know, we held our hands
Oh, beautiful.
together, and
We
we
had
got
faith.
we had faith, and we went through it, and it was the most successful show. You know, and
Right.
one thing that I would say is, if you can't harp on those negativity. You cannot harp on the negativity, because if you harp on it, you will not be able to succeed. You will not be able to fulfill your success.
And even just speaking on comments itself, negative comments, positive comments from anybody, at the end of the day, what we all try to remind ourselves is that they're just comments.
Comments.
You
Oh,
know,
you.
they're just comments. Positive, negative, that's all they are, you know. So what really truly matters is what you feel about yourself and what you think about yourself, because you know what you do at the end of the day.
Right.
And I know what I do. I don't need to justify to anybody who is trying to bring me down about it, you know?
Oh, let me take a deep breath. Well, Selena Ram, you just confirm why you are Miss Lotus
Mhm.
2023. Can I exhale now? Beautiful. Um, and that's a great way to look at it. And I'm certainly sure that in your journey that you will be. You start now. I'm sitting here and I'm at the awe that both of you are so young and so not only brilliant but so much wisdom. Lord Jesus, I took me like 50 years to get these kind of things, But that's what. Let's play a song. In the meantime, you could take a sip of water. You could take a deep breath, and let me see which song. Is there any nice? Let me see. We could play a nice song that you ladies like. I don't know. Um, I wish you had a song that I like. I like hot song.
We party karo.
Yeah, I think like
We
this
could
is
we could
body
play the
cutter.
song. We could play that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Y'all gonna make me sit in this debate today. Wait. Who knows?
Let me
We'll
see.
bring it up.
Yes, yes.
Y'all gonna make me dance in here today.
Our
What the-
favorite, our favorite.
Let's rock. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Ken Rampersaud Show today. It's a very special episode with two special young lady, Selena Aram. She's a Lotus Beauty 2023, and I know sometime or the other, Lakshmi would use her to be one of her judges, to be her coach, and the beautiful, the talented Miss Sindhu Hari Prasad. Both of them represent the best. So let's go with one of their favorite song. Let me hope they don't get up and dance, but that better yet. All right, welcome back to the Ken Rampersaud Show, a very special episode. And I got to tell you, all my adrenalines are because guess what? I'm sitting next to Miss Lotus 2023, Miss Selena Ram, and Miss Sindhu Hariprasad. Um, thank you very much and welcome to this show. You guys made, I was going through some stress too, but both of you came, and guess what? I'll sleep like a baby tonight, and I'll give the Lord my soul to keep. So good. Because say I always tell people this little black skin boy from the little farm and get to interview the queens there, you know what I'm saying? Question. I'm gonna put you guys on the spot here. Because, so many times in life, young girls, young boys, they go and they choose somebody, they like somebody who's no good for them. Both of you are religious, you come up from humble beginnings. When you're looking for a boyfriend, oh God, she's smiling hard there. When you're looking for a boyfriend, what are some of the qualities that young girls should look for? Go ahead. Anybody could take that one. Look how you blush. You blush.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. The one thing that I would say, one of the qualities is never let go of yourself and who you are to please anybody else. I think that we all go through things in life, and the first thing that you try to look for is in someone is the void that you're missing in yourself. And one thing that I would say is when finding somebody in your life, don't diminish who you are to try to please other people. And that goes for any relationship in your life, whether if it's a significant other, whether if it's family members, whether if it's friends that you choose to have in your life. Don't diminish yourself for anybody. You are who you are for a reason, and people should love that about you before you go and try to change yourself for anybody else.
That's such a beautiful answer there because so many times we lost ourselves in finding a good relationship. You were smiling about when I was asking the question. What you look for in a nice boy? Do you go for quality? You look for handsome? Of course, if you're going with a queen, you gotta be good looking. So,
Well, I think regardless of any relationship, whether it be, partnership or a friendship, whatever it is, I think one of the most important qualities you should look for is having respect. That person should have respect for you. So if that, because respect looks like different for everybody and boundaries for everybody is different. So they should respect your boundaries, respect your wishes, and at the end of the day, because I always tell my friends, regardless of what's going on, you will change. If you really think about it, 10 years ago, you're not the same person than you are today. So that doesn't mean, or actually that does mean maybe 10 years from now, you won't be the same. Grow and change with you. I think those are really, really important qualities when looking for someone you're going to especially plan to spend your life with.
I smile because do you think you could change a boy? Both of you.
Absolutely.
You can? Why do you think you could change?
No, I feel like when people are going through their journey of their own life, sometimes you make mistakes in life, and sometimes things don't go as planned, and sometimes you have to fix, yourself, and not necessarily change somebody to become a better person, but you try to enlighten people on what to do in their life or how they should uplift themselves to become a better people, and not only for a significant partner, but for themselves.
Right, right. Let me take a deep breath. Let, another question, and then one of the things I like to do is to show my viewers how much we love them. So I will shout out to them,
Hmm.
and if you ladies want to join me, it's fine. So, have any one of you dealt with bullying, any or experienced bullying, and if so, how did you manage to deal with bullying, and what message you have for those children who bully other people?
Mm,
As we know, a lot bullying goes on in your workplace,
right.
in church, temple, church, school, wherever. So let's talk. Let's have a good conversation about this,
Okay.
because both of you are very articulate.
Mhm.
So let's rock.
I think, you know, it's saddening to say that it's one of the topics that doesn't happen only in younger children. It happens across, all generations of life, all whether if you're older or you're younger, we tend to attack people for the smallest things. And being kind goes a very, very long way. I think one of my journeys that I will always remember is when I first came into this country. Obviously, the language isn't the same. The dialect of how we speak is not the same. And I remember reading out loud in the classroom when I first got into this country, and the word that I said was oven.
Woman.
Oven.
Yeah.
Yes. The word that I said was oven. And
Woman
then
too hot.
the 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 whole class just started laughing, and I'm like, what the hell are these people laughing about?
Right.
And the teacher, she's like, can you please reread the sentence? I'm like, and I reread it, and she's like, Miss, it's not oven. And I'm like, what is it then? She's like, it's oven. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna keep saying oven because that's all I know. But I think whether to bring the message out is that just be kind. You don't know what people are going through in their life. You don't know the type of mindset people are waking up to on an everyday basis. And the one thing that we can all give to each other without any materialistic value is being kind, being genuinely kind to one another. And it's one thing that me and the girls will have this long everlasting bond is because we were just so kind. It just came natural to be kind and to be genuinely have love for each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's God bless both of you. But anyway, let's talk to Selena.
Mhm.
What about bullying? What's your take on that?
So with bullying, I feel like it is something, unfortunately, that not you don't just see in schools nowadays. Like you said, it's in workplaces, it's in the older generation as well. They bully each other, they bully younger kids, they bully even older adults. And I believe that bullying stems from mental illness that is sometimes unchecked, especially when it comes to kids. I think sometimes people don't even realize that they're harboring such, I guess, negative and angry emotions within themselves, and they can't help but just take it out on other people. And when you're a kid, specifically, you don't realize that you're doing it, so it comes off negatively without you even realizing it. Which is why I want to try to bring more awareness to mental health in our community. It affects, like I said, you see, it affects everything almost. So when it comes to issues like bullying, it can simply be, kind of brought to light a little more through mental health. If parents kind of brought mental health to the forefront or even just simply talk to their children
Yeah, that's
about
what I
their
was gonna
mental
say.
health, about their emotional state, it can kind of ease the situations and, negative and angry emotions that they are dealing with.
I'm gonna make you guys laugh now. So, you didn't go in classes? Oh my God, me there next to two beautiful girls. You didn't do that, right? Um, but look, I think our generation, the next generation, your generation, we are very lucky in our community to have all of you ladies, and I would love to interview all of the rest of the ladies. Here to make sure you tell them, listen, I went on the buy show and he was nice like spice. Let's go.
Yeah.
Because I believe everyone is beautiful in their own way,
Yeah.
and they may have a good message. So I believe at any given time, as I'm speaking as a judge, any one of you ladies or anyone could have been the winner.
Definitely, yeah.
It all depends on the judges and the criteria they're looking for, and who have the best smile. You never know, and that's why I tell you. Like for example, Selena, what captivated me more too, right, with you is your attitude, man. I put it on Facebook. I said attitude galore. She got everything galore, smiling, and you did light up that room. And when Madame Sindhu dance, oh God, she put the room on fire. Everybody was dancing. Probably we should. We will end the song. We'll end it with the same song they like. There are two other good questions I want to ask. We have like 9 minutes more to go. Can you believe that?
I
Wow,
know that.
time
Wow, that
Rolling.
flew.
yeah.
Yeah.
How do you ladies, young ladies, see people who are different from you? You in school, in workplace. How do you see those people?
I think when you learn in school, you learn that our heart of New York City is a melting pot. You
Yeah.
know, we have so many different communities, so many different races of people, so many people who are different from each and everybody else. And I think one thing that we need to continue in order to have humanity, you have to be a human.
All right.
Yeah.
You
You ladies are
you have
stars. Eh? You're teaching me a thing.
humanity derives from the word human, and I feel like being a human is you have to understand, you have to accept, you have to believe in that there's more to life than just all the negative, you
Yeah.
know. So how I look at it is everybody's different. Everybody has their own way of life, and we just have to be accepting of that. Once it's not hurting anybody, once it's not bringing any negativity in your life, you have to be a human and be human, be a human. Just be kind, be loving, be honorable. You believe in what you believe in, and everybody else will follow that.
Yeah.
True, true. Be a trendsetter.
Yes.
What's your take?
Yeah, no, you just respect everyone. Even when you said different, when you meet different people, in my mind, I was thinking everybody you meet will be different from you because everybody has that uniqueness about them that you can never get because you have your own. So really, it's about respecting another person, respecting their wishes, respecting their values, and like Sindhu said, is as long as they're not affecting you physically or emotionally, then just let them be.
Be, yeah.
Let them be, love
Respect.
and respect
The word
them.
is respect, right?
Yeah.
Respect and love and empathy all goes a far way.
Yes.
I know you're two-star girl now. Jesus. Look at this smile. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Oh.
Hmm. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That is a great question. Now, okay, so I can say an answer, and I would hope that it comes true because 5 years ago I said a different answer than where I am today.
All right.
So because I would never see myself sitting here today.
Me
But
too. I could see myself with some beautiful ladies. Eh?
but 5 years from now, I hope that I am. Well, I hope first of all that I am in my dream career field of practicing psychotherapy and helping our community through mental health issues. And I also do hope that I'm able to implement my music into that because I will still be doing music. I know one of the questions you asked in the beginning was if I see myself doing music. Yeah, 100%. That is no doubt. I have no doubt that I will continue doing music for the rest of my life. It's something that dear to me.
You got a dance partner too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I just hope that I am in my dream career field and I'm doing my music and doing what I love. That's most important. So, regardless of where I am in 5 years from now, I hope I'm doing something that I love, something that I can help people, and I can just make a difference in our community with.
Um, you know, sitting next to you, listening to you, paying attention to you, you'll be good and great at anything that you choose to be. Because I wasn't all of this, but I thank God anyway. But you will do great at anything that you choose to do. You have what it takes, a whole total package of beauty, brains, and that's not all that I see beauty in you. Your calmness, your brilliant smile,
Thank you.
and all of that really matters. That sometimes people think in a world that we live in that money is all that
Right.
really matters. And I have lived, I'm going to be 60 next year, despite I look 19. That whatever you choose to do, you'll do well. And Cindy, even to Cindy too, you will do well. You have a
Thank
beautiful
you.
smile.
Thank
You're
you.
pretty. And I can't wait for you next couple years. You will be able to shake it a little more better.
Hopefully, we
So-
see her on the Miss Universe
Oh my
stage.
God,
that
no.
was good. That was good. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I would like to see myself better than I was 5 years ago. That is that is the only aspect I have for myself is that I want to be better than yesterday. I want to be better for myself, for the people around me, for the relationships that I build. I just want to be better than I was yesterday. I want my heart to grow for people and for myself better than it was yesterday.
Beautiful. And so we have 4 minutes to go. I will let you, I'll take a quarter minute, but my quarter minute could go over a minute. In closing, what would you want to say?
Well, to conclude, I just want to say, first of all, thank you. Thank you for
You're
giving
welcome.
us this opportunity
Right.
to just be on your show and speak about not even just the pageant itself, what we truly believe in.
Yeah.
You're giving younger girls in the community an opportunity to show their leadership skills because we are confident that we do have it. That's the reason we joined the pageant and we ended up here. So thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to speak on topics in our community. And I also want to say a big thank you to the entire Lotus Beauty management team. Greg is sitting here, but to also Auntie Lakshmi, to Deb, to Vanita, to Mel, to Hashim, to everyone who helped with the Lotus Beauty pageant. It was just, you know, it was their first time doing something like this, so you can only imagine how difficult it is. No one really sees what goes behind stage but us, and it's
Go ahead.
completely difficult to do something like this. But having these people is just so, they were so inspiring. When we started this, we were starting with Auntie Padmini and Auntie Lakshmi, and them two together were a power team. They still are. They were just doing an amazing job to teach us girls and inspire us, not even to go through the pageant journey, to go through life.
Life, yeah.
Yeah, they taught us really about how to carry ourselves as young girls through life, and for that, I will forever be grateful for those two. You know?
Look at Sindhu smiling. Let me hear you, Sindhu.
To piggyback off of what she said, I think the two messages I want to leave with tonight is um, how important and how much of an impact the Lotus team has driven the girls. I don't think we've given them enough of a thank you than we've already done. They deserve the best, um, and Auntie Padmini included. She has worked with us girls for 95% of the time, and we could not have done the choreography and the amount of things that was brought to you on stage without her. And I think one other message that I would like to leave is that in order for us to have a community, we need to start bringing it back together.
Yes.
We cannot let these small negativity break our community, because if we let that happen, we will no longer have a community. The people of our culture will no longer be here if we continue to have this in our community. If you look at any other across the nation or across other communities, you don't see these type of negativity happening, and it just saddens me to see that it happens in our own. And for us to break that chain, we cannot let things like this continue to hinder us from showcasing our beautiful culture.
And the whole church say amen. Ryan Jeffrey. Ryan, can we take 10 minutes more? Ryan Jeffrey, good after. So we got a couple minutes more. You guys
Okay,
all right?
okay, we got the
Mommy,
okay.
Mommy don't beat them. They're in good hands, you see. So Nadia Mulchan, all the way from Barbados. Good evening, my dear. Rowena Lal, a very good evening to you. Thank you very much. I witnessed everything front row, front row seat. Padmini Harinarayan, a very good evening to you. The beautiful Miss Sunshine, Flavor Flav. I just said flavor. Thank you very much, dear, for watching. Radical Larty, thank you so much, my dear. Let's see, we have Mr. Dave. You want to say something about Dave? Oh, let's just say hi. So, Dave, Cedric, Sharif, thank you very much. And you guys could shake off when you hear the name. Gitanjali Rajan, very good evening. Thank you very much. Padmini, again, Juggernaut, thank you. Can go on longer, 15 minutes. They like this. They like the conversation. Sarita Rajaram, a very good evening to you. Thank you very much. Sunshine is sending a lot of love here. She's another beautiful young girl. I don't know why she don't got budget, but she is beautiful. And Miss Olarty, thank you very much for watching. Um, let's see who we have here. Sunshine, Padmini again. A lot of Padmini watching here. Jackie, a very good evening to you. Sally Sukraj, good evening. Ramola, a very good evening. Exactly, Sindhu. Everyone need to be a human. Stop the fake explosion. It's bullying the innocent disguise. Um, but in all I want to say while I'm going through to see names, Shanta Flowers, the beautiful Shanta Flowers, thank you for your love, your support, all you do for me. Um, also, Radhika, my brown. Did y'all meet Brown Sugar?
Yeah,
My
we
co-star, my
did.
co I was a co-star. She is my co-star too, but we acted one, two little thing. But she is the star in Brown Sugar Too Bitter for Me. You ladies have to watch that. The beautiful Nafisa Noor, good evening to you, darling. Um, Jesus, let me see who else can work on interviewing the rest of the. Come on, I'm gonna work on these two ladies and Greg that's here. I know they like this interview like sugar and spice, so they're gonna call the rest of the girls. And the true matter is that that you guys would go ahead and all of you together. At the end of the day, all of you are pretty, all of you are beautiful, and all of you equally can make a difference in the world that we live in. Um, we have another Miss, oh God, Miss, oh, she's Miss, she is in a pageant now too. Miss Immigrant USA. I think the committee should now move on. Yes, man. These girls have shown how well deserved their crown glory was. Absolutely, they did amazingly well tonight, as they did on the night of their pageant. And from the up close of tonight's show, watch them good. Them nearly broke up my camera. I hope they don't broke up the camera before they left. Which thanks, Ken. I clearly see why. Of course, they are beautiful. I listen. I call it out the first night. I the three people I choose, and two of them is sitting right here. That speaks volume of me two eye. Yeah, I know when I see beauty combined with brains, and of course they are so eloquent and so calm. I like to give love because people just get upset sometimes. Nalini, good evening to you. Thank you very much. Um, John from Queens. You see, I didn't want to move, not to mention John from Queens, Nafisa Noor, Michael, the beautiful. I'm sure you probably meet Michael Nalini Naidu. Um, so I just had a brain. I always get brainwave. So on the 19th of next month, on the 19th of next month, Lisa Harper, a very good evening to you, darling. Thanks for tuning in. Oh God, I don't want to miss none of you. You know I love all of you. And Deo Karan, very good evening to you. The beautiful Miss Amanda Khan, Miss Black Cake. Good evening. Thank you very much for tuning in.
These names.
Black Cake. No, no, no. You bad. You see, me and she can't be friends. Me and she can't do this. No, no, no. But let's see. We have oh God, Sunshine Flavor. Sunshine's beautiful. She can dance too. Sabina say amazing show. This is what we want to do. To bring us amazing show. And one thing I want to tell people sometimes, I am not perfect, and I make mistakes sometimes, and I could own up to my mistakes when I
Yeah.
make them. And as we make mistakes in life, it comes. You don't have to crucify me or crucify anyone who make mistake, because the truth of the matter is, we all make mistakes in life. So I hope, excuse me, I hope that after you see these two beautiful, how do I put it? This beautiful lotus leaf that's inside of here with me and the rest of the Lotus girls, that they will change our mindset, that when we wake up tomorrow morning, that we'll be better human beings. Because as two young girls coming up, they have displayed on this show what great human being is like. And so, Christine, a very good evening to you. Oh my God, she said, Sindhu, you interview so well. Loving it. Congrats to both of you. And Nalini, She said, well, Pari Caro, whatever the song is. Gitanjali to each own speculations, allegation. Forget about all of that. Rohini from Florida. That's my. You ever hear about Jamun?
Yeah.
She just sent Jamun from me from Florida. So you gotta say hello, right?
Oh.
That's my Jamun girl. Um, let's see. We have Padmini again. Harina Ryan, and I hope that I want to bring on Lakshmi, and I hope that she will come on one day, and so we could talk a little bit. Shanti Samar, a very good evening to you from Guyana, Hague, Guyana. That's awesome. Let's see, we have failures are experience to overcome. Um, the beautiful Miss Aminta Kelawan Narayan agree. They're so well spoken.
Oh,
All wrong. That's why they sit right
thank
next to
you.
me here in the studio. Um, Ramesh, my good friend, thank you very much. Brilliant girls from our community. Thank you very much. And I have to ask them a question. I hope I don't forget to ask them the question. What are some of the nicest things people have said to both of you? Think about your answer, but this doesn't mean that y'all win this trophy here with me tonight. Victoria V, a very good evening to you. Thank you very much for watching all the way from Florida. Did she just say that you can't let people take away your negative? Yes, I mean, she meant positivity. Absolutely. Sherry Williams, good evening. Shanta Flowers, good evening to you. Let me see. Pamela Jeff first. I can't see so far, but give me the paper. Let me see. Failure co-host, future co-host. Oh God, if anybody come, listen. You see how I am easy to talk to, and
Yes.
I will extend this to you. If anytime there's something you want to talk about, you call me the crumb too. That's fine. You want to talk about sexual abuse, domestic violence. You want to talk about how do we help young girls to grow up to be great women. Any one of you could come. You know, this show is a grassroots show. You come, you speak your mind, you can broke up your little English too. Nobody judge you. It's a nice little cozy thing, you know. Let's see who we have here. Devon, a very good evening to you. Mr. Miles, charming, beautiful, well spoken, artistic, intelligent. He's a writer, by the way. Oh God, he got look, Jesus. I have plenty word already, but it is so true, Mr. Miles, that these two girls that's here, they represent the best of the best in our community. And I am very lucky to be next. No, 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 no. Let me put this in perspective. I am very blessed to have them next to me that I could get to see. They're more beautiful than when they were on that stage. And I mean this. I see them now. Oh God, I said, Lord, I just always say, God, if I only had a big son. But you know, hey, let me put that aside. I don't judge me. I don't. um, Sony Deus run a very good evening to you. Um, let's see, we have Miles again, nicer. You got the young lady smiling. That's and the truth of the matter is, I tell people, you know, when anybody come into my studio, I want them to get that energy to bring the best out of them. And despite I broke up in little English, I have a reason why I do this. You see, I make them smile, I make them laugh, I bring the best of who they are. Both of them, you're amazing. Yeah, beautiful Vanita
Hi.
Jagnarine. She is watching you go girls. These girls rocking it. They're rocking it. They're rocking it. I would hope that they go on to win, um, to go on and do great things. They could do some good pageant stuff to us. Miss Ramola, thank you. So proud of you. Miss Ariana V, sexy Ariana V. Let me put that. Um, Padma Dukiran, a very good evening to you. Thank you very much. John from Quiz, good evening to you. Felicia Kanaya, very good evening to you. Who else we have? My mouth is hot now, but and oh God, Billy watching from Texas. Jasmine Madre, very good evening to you again. Let's speak. My beautiful wife is watching, but she lucky she's there front seat. Rhythm Flow watching all the way from Ghana. Thank you so much. Um, let me see who else. Hema, Anthony, and I know we're going to be watching. Oh, the beauteous Lotus Beauty Pageant is watching. Um, my question was Shaliza Ali watching from Guyana. So what was my question again for both of you?
What was the nicest comments? The
I
drastic nice
I like
comments.
when I get comment I feel nice. Me just get goosebump and thing. So what is the nicest comment thus far that you have received that make wow this is nice. Go ahead.
It's hard to pick out just one nice comment. I think everybody who supported us throughout this journey, not only me and Selena, but throughout all the girls, to support us with all of your kind words, being that it was one of the first biggest grand pageants in our community. There were so many supportive comments, and to just pick out one would be too small.
Difficult,
Yeah, it
yeah.
would be too small to think of. So we want to give our most humblest um, thank you to everybody who supported us, not only me and Selena again, through this whole journey, through all the girls. We could not have done this without you.
Yeah.
When we saw how many people packed the
Oh
venue
yeah.
that Sunday evening, it was so uplifting to see that, how many people supported us throughout this whole thing. So we cannot give just one thank you. It goes out throughout the whole
You're a
spectrum of
smart
people.
girl. You Papa smart. Smart. Yeah.
No, I again to what Sindhu is saying, it's difficult to just choose one comment because people don't realize even just a small "you're doing good" or "whoa, that was amazing" is what encouraged all of the girls.
Yeah, that's nice. Um, so we are going to close off now, and Lakshmi, thank you very much for having the two young ladies here with me. Greg, Papa Greg, thank you for bringing them today, and I only hope that I get to interview the rest of the ladies, all of
Yeah.
them, because I believe there's beauty in everyone. And by the way, on the 19th of next month, um, on the 19th of next month, I will be having an international myself, my co-host. We are going to have an International Men's Day Award, and Jesus, my co-host is going to be happy. And so I would love to give complimentary tickets.
Wow.
They are all right. You like that? I would like to give. I mean this. And it's okay. It's not about whatever. All seven of you ladies, and you can. I'll give Papa one too. We'll get one complimentary ticket to come, and you ladies would get a seat of your own.
Oh, thank you.
That's so sweet.
Seriously. And Cindy, if you want to do that dance, I, I'm serious. If you want to dance, I will pay you because I believe that probably $200, whatever it is, to dance a song or two, um, to just come show up, put on your nice clothes, your nice dandan with your crown on the 19th at 5 p.m. at Liberty Palace. You tell me, I'm going to talk to Lakshmi or Greg, and I'll give you all a VIP table.
Oh, thank
You will
you.
get nice food, everything, right? And probably if you want to bring grandma and your grandma, I got you. In fact, I could, no, I wouldn't get in trouble. It's okay. I can give the pageant 10 free tickets.
Thank you so
That's
much.
very
Wow.
I would do
Yes.
that. I would do that. I got a brand bag. I could take some. So, because I always believe in good moments, our parents, our their parents, whoever it is, our brother, sister, to let them be there in the presence to enjoy our moment. And so, let me know how we could help you, ladies. And this forum, this radio show is about the people, and you guys are free to come. Let me play a favorite song for you, ladies, for the two of
Yes.
you,
Okay.
Yes.
or for all the contestants.
Yes.
Let's go. One of my favorite songs. I got a lot, but let's rock this one.
This is Roy Chan. This is Roy Chan. It's a human side when things go wrong. When the sin of lingers and temptation strong, कितना इसको समझाता, कितना इसको बहलाता, नादान है कुछ ना समझता है, रातियाँ भरता है, मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है, ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है, मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है, ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है, पर सामने जब तुम आते हो, कुछ भी कहने से डरता है, ओ मेरे साजन, ओ मेरे साजन, it's a human side, when things go wrong, when the sin of lingers and temptation strong, into the born rain of each married man, and it's no sacrifice, just a simple word. It's too hard living into separate world. हाय पल मुझको तड़पाता है, मुझे सारी रात जगाता है, इसी बात को तुमको खबर नहीं है, सिर्फ तुम्ही पे मरता है, मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है, ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है, मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है, ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है, पर सामने जब तुम आते हो, कुछ भी कहने से डरता है, ओ मेरे साजन, ओ मेरे साजन, mutual misunderstanding after the fact, cold, cold heart, baby, are done by you. Something's looking bad, baby, just passing through, and it's no sacrifice, just a simple word. It's too hard living into separate worlds. Sacrifice, just a simple word. It's too hard living into separate worlds.
Shut up! Shut up!